Yep. Look at that. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are now a 500 team. They battled their Eastern Conference rival, the Indiana Pacers, who were right there, neck and neck with them. And they battled and battled, but they did not let this game go. Even though at one point they were down 16 points in the second quarter. But this game, you just had the feeling that the Knicks were not going to let it go. They were not going to lose this game. And I got to say, it looked, there were many times there where it got kind of scary. The lead, well, they had a lead going into the third quarter, and then the Pacers wrestled it away from them. And at one point, I think the Pacers were up by 5, and it was just, they just weren't in a good flow in that third quarter. And there was a young man, a 20-year-old man sitting on the bench, and he got the call. When he entered the game, Mr. RJ Barrett, when he entered the game, immediately, I believe Turner came in and got a finger roll for 2. Then the Knicks proceeded to go on a 9-0 run. RJ Barrett connects for a 3. Then he connects for an and 1. And then Julius connects for a 2. And then there was a free throw. And then pretty much the game was in hand. And the Knicks did not let it go. And there was even an appearance by Frankie Smokes again. He came in the first half. I think he was the first off the bench. Actually, I'm not 100% on that. But he came in, played an effective half. He played an effective game. It's one of those things where you look at the box score and you're like, why is everyone all excited? Well, that guy's wingspan, he disturbed people on the defensive end. He got some good steals. Let's go to the highlights. This game, this is fantastic. We should all be incredibly happy. Knicks fans, Knick Nation, we're back to 500. This is fantastic. I'm only doing this video because I'm so excited. I was working on a follow-up video to buyers or sellers. And I was just like, how can I not do this video? Let's go. Here we go. Oh man, even Obi got in. Knox got in. Here's a 4-point play. Again, they won when IQ hit a 4-point play. I keep saying that. I got to check it. I got to make sure I'm factual about that. But this game, look at this move right here. Oh, yeah. There it is. See? He tied the game. He took this game in hand in the fourth quarter. He was just, he had it in his head that I have dominated these Pacers before, twice. That confidence just exuded, and he made mistakes. You know, there were times where he was forcing it. In the first quarter, I believe, at one point he was 1 of 4. He did hit a 3. He was, from the 3, he was sensational. We'll get to the stats. He scored 24 points. We hit 4 of 6 of his 3-pointers. And 2 of them were in the fourth quarter. Fantastic. And, you know, I mean, we got to say, you know, Indiana, they were out. They were without Brogdon. But, you know, we were without Mitch. And we were without Elfrid Payton. So, yes, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose got the start. And Derrick Rose was feeding everyone left and right. It was fantastic. Let's go to the box score. Derrick Rose, 17 points, 11 assists. Look at that. He hit 5-11 of his shots. He hit a nice 3-pointer, 4-4 from the free throw line. But he was everywhere. He got 5 steals. 5 steals. Wow. He did commit some turnovers. That's bound to happen. You know, when you have the ball in your hand, when you're on the court, it's bound to happen. But there was definitely sloppy play. In fact, the turnovers is the reason the game was. Well, actually, there's two reasons this was not a blowout: the turnovers and the free throws. Let's go to the Pacers. Look at that, 20 of 25, and actually, in the second half, the Knicks cut down on dumb fouls. I believe that I think Pacers had 20 attempts in the first half. So that's what kept them around, dumb fouls. And unfortunately, Taj sprained his ankle. We don't know how long he'll be out, so it's going to be interesting tomorrow because it's a back-to-back. Knicks are getting on a plane. They're traveling to Detroit, to the new home of DSJ, Dennis Smith Jr. So this is going to be interesting. So now Knicks are going to be down 2 centers. I think we're going to see a lot of Kevin Knox, and we're going to see extended Obi time. And I think sometimes we're just going to see Julius on the floor, depending on our needs. And if we need a lot of shooting, we might even see Burks, Bullock, RJ, and Rose on the court with Julius at the same time. That is like a very, very super small ball, depending on the kind of defensive intensity that Knox brings and Obi brings. I gotta give Obi some props. He was definitely more locked in defensively in the game, but he's a rookie, and Sabonis is a savvy dude. He faked Obi out at one point for a 3-point foul, and immediately Thibs pulled him, brought Julius back in the game, and that was a key moment that helped settle the team down, because Julius actually, in the box score it looks great, but the first half he just did not have it. And overall, the play was kind of sloppy in the first half. They were down by, what were they down by in the first half? I think we were down by 9 points. So, and then they were down by 9, I think. 9 or 10 or 11, I can't remember exactly. But then it went up to 16 points. They were down. But Emmanuel quickly comes in the game. When he hit that 3-pointer, that really stopped the bleeding at that time. And then the Knicks, the intensity started building. Julius's defense on Sabonis, oh man, he rattled him all night long. He even rattled him with an elbow one time, which was definitely not a flagrant. That was definitely not a flagrant. He didn't extend to make an extra effort to try and connect. He was just turning to get a little bit of space, which he's allowed to do. So I'm really glad they didn't call a flagrant on him there. Boom! Look at that. Steals everywhere. I mean, I the last video I was complaining about there not being enough steals from RJ specifically, and he didn't have, and again, he didn't have a steal, but everybody had steals. Everybody had steals in this game. Derrick Rose. Look at Knox. Oh my Lord. This game, honestly, man, the Knicks should be incredibly happy. We, as a fan base, of course, I'm sure everyone is probably getting drunk right now. We should be celebrating. Of course, right now it's almost 1 a.m. in the East Coast. I'm recording this in Los Angeles, all by myself. No one to celebrate with except you guys. I am loving doing these recaps for everybody. I hope you're enjoying them too. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and hit that thumbs up button. It's really appreciated. It's important, to get these things out there. Oh boy, let's go. Let's get to the numbers. The Knicks hit 50% of their 3-pointers, 12 of 24. They are. In the last game, they were fantastic from behind the line. It makes a big difference when your number 2 guy, RJ Barrett, is hitting 4 of 6. And let me tell you, I don't know how many times I heard Mike Breen say, Rose to Barrett for a 3. It was fantastic. He kept looking for him. And the very first, I think it was the first or second shot of the game, Rose found RJ, but terrible shot. Didn't go in. So you're like, oh no, you're thinking, is this going to be one of those nights? One of those 1 for 7 nights for RJ? And no, he hung in. And he, like I said before, he did not start off so good. He was 1 for 4, but he finished the first half 4 of 11. He contributed tremendously, but it was all about that fourth quarter. But let's talk about Nerlens Noel. His defense, my Lord, his defense was just sensational. He was like a block. It was a blockathon. Just bam, bam. He was rejecting left and right. Everybody. Let's see. Even though he only got 2 blocks, he was intimidating people. That doesn't seem right at all. Oh well. But fouls were an issue. So maybe that's what kept him from overextending himself. But he really played very, very contained within himself in that second half, especially with Taj. You know, he only played like 4 minutes and then he left. Knox got 2 minutes. Obi got 6 minutes. But look at the minutes for Julius. 42 minutes, 12 of 22, 2 of 5 3-pointers, 28 points, and 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Julius and Rose combined for 17 assists. Julius had 4 steals. So look at that. The team had 12 steals. I can't even remember last time there were this many steals. All around solid effort. Not solid effort. It was a really, really good effort. Emmanuel quickly, you know, he contributed, you can see. But there were definitely, he had some rookie moments. He made it like two, possibly 3 turnovers in a row. At a very bad moment of the game in that third quarter. And then that's how the Pacers started building up that lead. Well, this is part of the growing pains. This is what I'm talking about. How can this kid learn if he's not on the court to make those mistakes? You don't know. You don't know what you don't know until you F it up. That's just the truth. I usually curse a lot, but I don't know. I'm trying to keep it clean here in case there are kids watching it and stuff, or parents watching it with their kids. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Man. You know, I had a feeling this game was going to be a W, because this is how it started off. Here it is. Tom Thibodeau smiling, laughing, fist bumping. This is before the game even started. I think he has really, I think he's evolving as a human being. Now again, I don't know him, but I only know from what I've read. And, you know, what you hear. You know, he was the tough as nails. You know, he kind of isolated himself when he was in Minnesota. I think he's made a concerted effort. In fact, I'm sure of it, because this is not the guy. You even heard Julius describe him as a softie. There is development happening all around, up and down this entire roster, including the head coach and including the owner, Dolan. We haven't heard one peep out of Dolan all year long. That is personal growth. Thumbs up for Dolan, and like humongous thumbs up for Leon Rose. And Thibs. There are things happening with this team, and the NBA, they know it. Was it last night? I believe it was last night or the night before. Charles Barkley. It was Thursday night. Charles Barkley and Shaq, they basically said the Knicks are a good team. Now, you know how those guys are. They don't just throw praise around if they don't really believe it, because they don't have to. They know it. They've been watching this game, and who knows the game better than these guys? They can see how scrappy they are. This was this was a slugfest. And, Sabonis, he wasn't necessarily that efficient, but he battled. And there was guys that no one even had heard of who came in and helped out. TJ McConnell. Wow, what a pest. But he's a solid ball player, man. I've always liked this game. I wanted him on the Knicks. I think he would be an excellent role player. Turner, boy, he blocked so many shots. He only got 4. Again, I don't understand how they determine what are blocks and what aren't. But okay, McDermott, our old Dougie McBuckets, 20 points, 6 of 11, very efficient. Wow, look at that. Who's that guy? What's his name? The center. Anyway, the Pacers pieced together a squad to come in and battle the Knicks, and they battled. I mean, they actually I think they thought they were going to win this game at one point, but that was before Mr. RJ Barrett decided to just take over the game. This is even earlier. Look at that. Rose to Barrett. Oh, man. I can't hear that enough. In fact, one thing I rarely hear is Elfrid Payton to Barrett. What more needs to be said? Tremendous victory. Now, tomorrow, Detroit Pistons in Detroit. Can the Knicks keep up this intensity and roll in to the Motor City and lock down the big W so that they can go up one game over 500? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, absolutely, we're going to get this W. All right, thank you for coming by the Knicks-Verse. Please leave your comments. I want to hear your feelings about this game. And, ask me any questions about things that you might want me to address. I will be doing a follow-up video, like I mentioned before, to the buyers or sellers. This will be focused on the rumors that are going around and on the players that the Knicks should target in trades to add to this squad without tearing it apart. All right, thank you. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks!